All right, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Hello sa lahat ng members ng Team Brunner. We already have two sections. We're full na no, sa ating Team Brunner section A. And of course, you've already opened Team Brunner section B. And as I have mentioned, hanggang section B lamang po tayo. And so, kung po pwede nyo pong magpa-member, no, po pwede po kayo humabol sa membership, magpa-member na po kayo. Again, we only have very few slots for our section B. And after we're done, no, until mapuno po yung section B, wala na po tayong ibang i-open na sections. So again, please do become a member of Team Brunner. Your membership is good until the day that you take the LET. Kasama na po yung ating pre-board and of course, our final coaching. Now, we also have our majorship. Nung kakatapos lamang po ng ating orientation for the majorship, we have our majorship offerings for Filipino, MAPE, Social Science, TLE and AFA. We also have English, Math, and Science. Okay, so Science is already composed of biology, physics, chemistry, earth science, etc. No? So iisa na lamang po yung majorship for all the different branches of science. So again, we've just completed our orientation for our majorship. And of course, this coming weekend, magkakaroon na po tayo ng diagnostic test. And so, humabol na po kayo para makapag-answer po kayo ng ating diagnostic test. And after our diagnostic test, of course, we are going to have your sessions for our discussion. Then we'll have the pre-board and of course, final coaching for our majorship. As you can see, the last day for final coaching for our major would be March 19th. That will be the Sunday prior to your LEP on March 26th. Okay, so again, sulit na sulit po ang inyong pagpapamember dito po sa Gurong Pinoy. Send us a message dyan po sa ating Facebook page, which of course is Gurong Pinoy, para po makapag-join kayo sa ating Team Brunner and of course also sa ating majorship. Now, tonight's discussion is centered on professional education. Please do like, love, share our video, start a watch party, tag your friends so that we can already start in a few minutes. Again, please do like, love, share our video. Napaka-importante that you are sharing our video so that we can reach to more of our guro. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nag-share na ng ating video. Thank you. Again, paki-like, love, and share na po ng ating video. And of course, you can also show your support by sending us stars dyan sa ating Facebook page or sa ating YouTube channel naman po ay Super Sticker at Super Chat. Now, if you'd want to join us sa pagko-comment po, again, make sure that you are following our Facebook page para makapag-comment po kayo. And of course, sa ating namang YouTube channel, make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Again, please do like, love, share our video, start a watch party, and tag your friends. Let us all start with our opening prayer. Samahan niyo po ako mga kaguro. Dear Lord, I come to you to ask for your guidance and direction in this study session. I ask that the Holy Spirit fill me with strength, creativity, and understanding to get through my studies without difficulty or sin. Help me hold my focus and attention. Help me to retain all that I learned. Please make my mind sharp and keep distractions at bay. If any part of my studying is weak or lacking in some way, let it be revealed so that I may correct it. Thank you for this opportunity to learn. Amen. All right, now once again, this is Prof. Ed. Like, love, and share na po ng ating video so that we can start in a few minutes. Maraming salamat to all our star senders. Thank you, Ma'am Jenny May Bachelier, for sending us stars dito po sa ating YouTube, sa ating Facebook page, I mean. Okay, so again, maraming salamat to all our star senders, Facebook, sa Facebook, no? And of course, sa atin naman pong YouTube channel, our super chatters, super sticker senders, maraming salamat po. Now, if your video is blurry, kapag medyo blurred po, hindi malinaw ang video, hanapin po yung 3 dots and of course, just change our video quality. And of course, if you can see the captions, po pwede din pong i-turn off yung ating captions para po hindi kayo mahirapan, no? So again, paki-share na po ng ating video. Let us all start with question number 1. This is Prof. Ed, November 7, 2022. Question number 1, Chelsea. is an extravagant buyer of fashion stuff. Every time she notices an attractive lady's wear, she tends to buy it without careful thinking. This maladaptive tendency happens when there is little shame and doubt. Erickson calls this as blank. Letter A, compulsiveness. Letter B, impulsiveness. Letter C, ruthlessness. Or letter D, fanaticism. Okay, what is our choice for question number one? Number one, again, sa ating po members ng Team Bruner, please put your answers sa ating comment box. Kindly participate para of course your learning becomes more meaningful when you are interactive, no? Mag-interact po, mag-message, and of course, if you have any additional information you may want to share with your classmates, please do so. Okay? All right, I see letter B. Letter B is tumpak kaya ang letter B for question number one. Number one kaya tumpak or number one kaya ay ligwak kaagad, no? Let's try to find out. All right, so going back to our question here, si Chelsea daw ay bilmoko. Okay, so extravagant buyer. Every time that she sees an attractive lady's wear, okay, so sa kunwari sa online selling, no, mine ng mine si Chelsea. Okay, so she tends to buy it without careful thinking. This maladaptive tendency happens when there is little shame and doubt. Hello sa lahat ng ating mga online sellers. And of course, hello din sa ating mga miners. Okay? So anong tawag ni Erickson sa sitwasyon ni Chelsea, no, ng mine? Is it letter A, compulsiveness, letter B, impulsiveness, letter C, ruthlessness, or letter D, fanaticism? And the correct choice, of course, tumpak kayo, it would be letter B, impulsiveness. Now remember, Erickson has given us his psychosocial learning theory, no? So ito po yung different stages. Meron tayong Prof Ed na video kung saan meron akong discussion on how you can memorize, no, these 8 stages, these 8 different stages, okay? And these are the different virtues. Ito kumbaga yung values that they would learn in each stage. At meron ka namang tinatawag na maladaptation and malignancy. Now, yung difference dito sa maladaptation and malignancy is that yung maladaptation, nasobrahan ka, no? Nasobrahan ka sa first part ng ating stages dito sa trust, sa autonomy, sa initiative, and so on. Sa malignancy mo naman, nasobrahan ka dito sa part ng ating stages after the versus. Okay? So, again, for trust versus mistrust, this happens during infancy, no? And the virtue that you can develop in a child here is hope. Okay, so it is hope. Now, maladaptation, you cannot cope by yourself, no? You cannot cope, they cannot cope by themselves kapag nasobrahan sila ng trust. Ito yung mga taong gullible, no? Ito yung mga taong sobra magtiwala. Hindi nila kaya kapag wala na yung ibang taong mag-guide sa kanila, no? So, ang kanya namang malignancy na sobrahan naman sa mistrust would be withdrawal, no? So, these are people who have trust issues. Parang ikaw, no, yung wala kang trust sa iyong boyfriend, wala kang trust sa iyong girlfriend. Pinagpipilitan mong meron siyang iba, no? So you kind of withdrawn, okay? So you have mistrust, no? You have mistrust, or you have trust issues, okay? Now, autonomy versus shame and doubt naman, this would be early age, no, ng bata, no, nasa toddler age. Willpower is what we are trying to develop as our virtue. Kapag ka nasobrahan ka ng autonomy, again, autonomy is synonymous with your independence, you tend to become impulsive, no? You do something without thinking about it, okay? Masyado kang independent, kumbaga. Now, your malignancy naman here would be compulsion. Kailangan mong merong nagpupush sa'yo, no? Minsan hindi mo mapigilan. Kailangan merong mag-push sa'yo bago ka gumawa ng isang bagay, no? Wala ka masyadong trust sa iyong sarili. Wala ka masyadong autonomy, no, sa iyong sarili. Now, the next stage here will be initiative versus guilt. We are trying to develop courage sa ating mga anak. Maladaptation, pag masyado namang may initiative yung bata, of course, we all know the meaning of initiative, no? Meron kang kusa. Hindi ka na sinasabihan, you tend to do something without being told to do so, no? When you have more of this, you tend to be ruthless. Wala kang pakialam sa ibang tao. You tend to just do something to do everything on your own. No? That's ruthlessness. Okay? Wala kang pake. And of course, wala kang feelings, no? Wala kang empathy, kumbaga, sa ibang tao. Inhibition naman, you tend to always stop yourself from doing something, no, you feel guilty whenever you start doing something. You already feel guilty, no, masyado kang guilty lagi. All right, now for industry versus inferiority, this of course is during school age na competencies very being developed. Now if you are maladapted at this stage, you can have narrow virtuosity. That means you're only focused on one skill. Okay, so this can be a product ng mga parents natin na masyadong pinupush yung mga bata, na yung mga anak nila into doing something. For example, gusto niya maging magaling na singer yung anak niya. No? So sing lang ng sing, masyadong mahaba yung pagpa-practice, and so the child tends to get focused on just one skill. Hindi na pinapalawig, na hindi na nagkakaroon ng iba pang chance para maka-learn din ng iba pang skills. Okay? Now, for inferiority naman, you tend to become inferior. Of course, no, that's inertia. You feel inferior. Para siyang inhibition din kanina. Wala kang bilib sa sarili mo. You feel like you cannot complete something. You feel like you cannot do something. Okay? Next one, identity versus role confusion. Now here, you are trying to develop the virtue of fidelity. Fidelity, of course, that would be loyalty. No? Loyal ka, stick to one ka, one-man woman or one-woman man. Sana all, no? Sana all ganito. No? So you should be loyal to your loved one. Now, if you are maladapted, masyado ka namang napasobran sa identity mo, you tend to practice fanaticism. Ito yung may mga poon, no? Yung mga masyadong patay na patay sa kanilang mga ina-idolize. Now, the malignancy naman is repudiation. That means you have denial of truth, no? Bulag ka sa katotohanan. Kahit na ikaw ay kanya nang niloloko, hindi mo pa rin nakikita. No? Feeling mo mahal ka pa rin niya, kahit na hindi na, kahit na nilalapastangan ka na niya. Alright, now intimacy versus isolation, teenage years na yung anak nyo dito, no? We are trying to develop love. And yung maladaptation dito is promiscuity. I'm sorry for the term, pero ang direktang salin nito sa Filipino would be may pagkamalandi, no? Yung isang bata, isang tao. Promiscuity means you have so many partners, no? Especially sexual partners. Now, ang malignancy naman niya would be isolation. You don't want to especially consider having relationships with those of your opposite sex, or maaari din namang those of the same sex para sa mga members natin ng LGBT. Okay, ayan, colorblind na sa red flag, sabi ng ating Facebook user dito sa denial of truth yan. Okay, now, generativity versus stagnation, working na tayo dito. Now, we are trying to develop care. Kapag ka maladapted tayo dito, you tend to have overextension, extending beyond reasonable point, yung pagiging workaholic. Okay, so yan po ay overextension na, no? Extending beyond reasonable point, no? Kailangan mo nang matapos yung work mo, kaya kailangan mo nang umuwi at 5 p.m. but you tend to overstay, no? To overextend until 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Okay, now malignancy is rejectivity. You refuse to believe, and of course, you are overcritical. Ito yun naman yung mga taong mahilig mamuna ng mali. Okay, mahilig maghanap ng mali. Kahit walang mali, no, kahit minsan kama lang yung mga grammar Nazis natin, ganito, no, overcritical. They tend to criticize people. They tend to always look for something wrong. Okay? Now, the last stage, of course, is integrity versus despair. Old age na tayo dito, and we are trying to develop the virtue of wisdom. If you are maladapted here, you tend to presume. Ito yung mga medyo, yung mga senior citizen natin na mahilig mag-conclude, no? Kinuha niya yung gamit ko. Kinuha niya, ninakaw niya yung singsing ko, ninakaw niya yung damit ko, na yung aking lola, medyo ulyanin ganito na, no? Presumption. Meron siyang palaging presumption. Wala naman akong ibang kasama sa bahay. Yung isang bagay ay hindi mawawala kung walang kukuha. Meron mga ganyang litanya yung ating mga lola. And malignancy naman would be disdain, a feeling of contempt for someone. Galit na galit ka sa isang tao, especially if you think that person is unworthy of your respect, no? So that would be your disdain. All right? And so the correct choice here sa ating kaninang question would be impulsiveness. Now, if you are a member of Team Bruner, again po pwede niyo pong balikan yung ating video, and of course you are going to see the post, no, of the PDF file later. So pwedeng i-print if you want, but again, paalala po, no, sa mga members dyan, please do not share, of course, our PDF files, our materials. That would be against our intellectual property, and we would ban those members. No? So again, please do respect our intellectual property. We move on with question number 2. Okay. Teacher Jess targets to reach a mean percentage score or MPS of 90% in the coming National Achievement Test. Would this be letter A, vocation, letter B, mission, letter C, profession, or letter D, occupation? Ang konsensya ko po ay clear. All right. What would be the choice? May mga nasaktan ba sa ating discussion? Sabi ni Ma'am El Vasquez. Impulsive lang naman yung hinahanap pero bakit nagkakasakitan na, coach? Meron kasi mga nagbubulag-bulaga, no? May mga trust issues. Meron pang hindi maka-move on. Okay, what is our choice? Ma'am Sherilyn Malate, maraming salamat po for sending us maraming stars. Thank you so much, Ma'am Sherilyn. Ma'am Jenny Simangan, formerly Team Piaget, thank you for tuning in sa lahat ng ating mga Team Piaget babies. Hello po, malapit na ang ating results. And of course, we are waiting for your licenses very, very soon. Okay, I see a lot of letter B's, and of course, that is correct. No? Mission. Now, very often, no? Most often, we'd always try to differentiate these terms, no? Your VMGO, your vision, your mission, your goal, and your objectives. Okay, so what are the differences ng iba't ibang terms na ito? Now, the vision, this, of course, is the big picture of what your organization wants to achieve in the future. Now, ano ba yung inyong vision? Ano yung gusto mong mangin 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Now, that's your vision, a big picture of what you'd want to be in the future, what you'd want to achieve in the future. No? So, for example, this one right here, I got this from the website of West Visayas State University. Research, this is their vision now, a research university advancing quality education towards societal transformation and global recognition. Ito yung gusto nilang ma-achieve in the future. Ito yung gusto nilang maabot in the future. Now, that's your vision. A mission is an action statement to achieve the vision. So usually yung mission mo, ito yung may mga to, no? To promote, to develop, to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is your mission. May action words siya lagi. So in this case, for West Visayas State University, it says, WVSU commits to develop lifelong learners empowered to generate knowledge and technology and transform communities as agents of change. Kumbaga, yung mission mo at yung vision mo, they are coherent, no? They are related. Yung mission, this would be how you would reach your vision. Okay? So this is what you are going to do. Yung mission mo, ito yung gagawin mo para ma-reach mo ang iyong vision. Okay? Now, the goals and the objectives naman, of course, the difference, the major difference is that your goals are broader than your objectives. Okay, so your goal is a specific target that an organization intend to reach in long term. It describes clearly the activities and tasks to be completed. Goals should be measurable, quantitative, challenging, realistic, consistent, and prioritized. Kaya nga tinawag na goals, no? So yung goal nyo ngayon ay maging licensed professional teacher. And so ito dapat yung inyong target, no? Specific target, and it should be prioritized and it should be challenging, no? So kapag kayo'y nahihirapan sa paggamit ng inyong lisensya, that is a good sign that you are on the right track because that's your goal. Dapat challenging siya, no? And of course, dapat you should be consistent in attending our review sessions, Kung hindi man makapag-attend ng live stream, po pwedeng balikan, no? And of course, your goal should be prioritized, okay? So, kung meron kayong date ni hubby or ni honey or ni love or ni babe, okay, at sasakto sa ating live stream at feeling nyo ay kailangan yung umattend ng ating live stream or it might be a session in your majorship, i-prioritize po yung ating goal, okay? Now, of course, the last term here is objectives, and these are precise targets that are necessary to achieve your goals. So, kumbaga, yung inyong goal at objective ay coherent din. No? Mas malaki yung goal, but you'll need your objective so that you can also reach your goal. Okay? So those are the different terms. So we have vision, mission, goal, objectives. And of course, yan nga, no, yung goal mo dapat smart as well as your objectives. Nang pag-aralan natin yung terms, yung term na smart, na specific, measurable, attainable, it should be relevant, and of course, dapat time-bound. Okay? So these are the different terms, but of course we are looking for mission. Okay, we go to the next term, to the next item, sorry. Republic Act 7796 was approved during the year 1994. This act is widely known as the blank. Letter A, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Act. Letter B, Kindergarten Law. Letter C, Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Or letter D, Commission on Higher Education Act. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's. Tumpa kaya ang letter A? Okay, tama kaya ang letter A for number 3? Again, paki-share po at of course, paki-like ng ating video so that we can reach out to more people. And again, I am encouraging everyone, magpa-member po kayo sa Team Bruner para dire-diretso po ang panonood. Now, we have 30 items tonight. And of course, pwede nyo din balikan yung ating live stream at po pwede nyo din i-download yung ating PDF files. You can join our pre-board and of course, our final coaching, our classified files, all for free na if you are a member of Team Bruner. Okay, RA 7796 is, you are all right, that would be letter A, TESDA. Okay, so TESDA po ang ating 7796. The rest of our choices are the following. Your kindergarten law is RA 10157, no, 10157. Your Enhanced Basic Education Act is RA 10533, that's your K-12 law. Your CHED is RA 7722. All right, we move on with question number 4. This decree is known as the Decree Professionalizing Teacher. Letter A, PD 1006. Letter B, Education Decree of 1863. Letter C, Education Decree of 1853. Or letter D, PD 1009. Facebook user, lakas ng ulan pero lumalaban pa rin. Very good, no? That's the spirit and that should be your mindset. Sa Leyte, ingat po kayo. Okay, number 4A. Okay, Decree Professionalizing Teaching is of course letter A. No? So tumpak po yung PD 1006. PD 1006 would be correct. We move on with number 5. Okay, Ritz Glenn obtained a NAT percentile rank of 98. This implies that blank, letter A, Ritz Glenn performed better than 98% of his fellow examinees. Letter B, Ritz Glenn performed better than 2% of his fellow examinees. Letter C, Ritz Glenn got a score of 98. Or letter D, Ritz Glenn answered 98 items correctly. Okay, what is our choice? Question number 5. Again, make sure that you are participating so that, of course, learning becomes more meaningful na since you are involved in our discussion. Lakas ng A dito. Facebook user, walang kuryente, mahina ang net, pero laban pa rin. Congratulations, good job. Ma'am Hamdi, Sir Hamdi Ibrahim Cosme, maraming salamat po for sending stars. Okay, what is our choice for number 5? Number 5, I see a lot of letter A's. Okay. And the correct choice here would be letter A. Tumpak po yung letter A, no? So, Ritz Glen obtained a not percentile rank. No, percentile rank, this would be, of course, this would give us the idea that it is ranking. No? So, nirarank yung ating mga estudyante. And so, this means, or this implies that letter A, Ritz Glen, performed better than 98% of his fellow examinees. Tumpak po yan. No? Now, remember, you have two types of referencing, no? Your criterion-based referencing and normative-based referencing or norm referencing. No? Criterion-based or criterion referencing, here, you are comparing the results or the performance ng isang estudyante against your criteria, no? Against sa inyong standards, against sa inyong objectives. But in your normative-based referencing, you are comparing the performance of one student against the performance of the entire group. So your ranking would be found here sa inyong normative based. Okay? So in this case right here, sabi, not percentile rank of 98. And so the correct choice would be Ritz Glen performed better than. You have to look for these terms, no? Better than, higher than, 98% of his fellow examinees. Hindi po better than 2% lamang, okay? And yung inyo namang letter C at letter D, these are criterion reference, okay? So, X na kaagad itong C at D natin. Letter A, ang tumpak na choice, okay lang maligwak, move on kaagad. At least, alam natin kung ano yung magiging choice natin next time, the next time that we see this, okay? So, letter A for number 5. We go to number 6. Which of the following statements is not true about Dale's cone of experience? Letter A, bottom levels are more inactive. Letter B, top levels are symbolic. Letter C, upward movement means more abstraction. Or letter D, download movement means less concreteness. Okay, what is our choice for number 6? Okay, basahin ko lamang yung comment ni Ma'am Lerma Israel Eco. Palagi ako nagmamadali sumagot ng quizzes kapag makatapos lang ng preparation sa susunod na ituturo ko everyday. Okay, so teaching na si Ma'am Lerma. Pero kahit papaano, salamat sa pagre-review, medyo may improvement na. Thank you, Ma'am Mek, sa tulong. Okay, congratulations, Ma'am Lerma. So, yan po yung pinaka-purpose natin kung bakit tayo ay nagpapapost ng inyong score para kayo mismo nakikita nyo, no, kung paano po kayo nag-i-improve. Maraming salamat, Sir VJ Hermano, for sending us stars. Ang pagsisend po ng stars ay nasa ating Facebook page. Okay, nasa Facebook page po natin yung pagsisend ng stars. Alright, so number 6 here, which of the following statements is not true? Ayan, yung salitang not na naman, no? I hope hindi kayo nabulagan, okay? I hope nakita ninyo yung salitang not true about Dale's cone of experience. Bottom levels are more inactive. Remember, we've talked about Jerome Bruner's stages, no, sa learning. So you have inactive, iconic, and symbolic, okay? And active mo, they should be active learners na actively doing something, learning by doing yung inyong inactive, using concrete objects, no? Yan yung inactive. Doing real-life objects or the actual thing. Ang inyo namang iconic, you may use symbols, no? Your graphics, no? So movies, films, your pictures, these are iconic methods of learning. While your symbolic, ito na yung mas mataas, no? Abstract na, no? So, abstract na yung text na lamang binabasa mo, no? So that would be your symbolic according to Bruner. Again, inactive, iconic, and symbolic. Top levels are symbolic. Upward movement means more abstraction. So as you can see, your B and C are the same, no? The top levels are symbolic. Symbolic again, that means abstract. Okay? Upward movement means more abstract. Okay? So parehas lamang po yung B at C ninyo. So Ludwakers na itong dalawa. Bottom levels are more inactive or more authentic. Or download movement means less concreteness. Okay? So nagiging mas abstract ba if you go down the cone, okay? The Edgar Dale's cone of experience. The correct choice here, of course, would be letter D. No? So mali po yung letter D. Download movement means less concreteness. Okay, so as you can see here, sa ating cone of experience, according to Edgar Dale, As you go up, or upward movement means less concreteness, means more abstraction, no? And download movement means more inactive, means more concrete. Okay, so doing the real thing would be found at the bottom. And so mali yung ating letter D na download movement means less concreteness, because as you go down, it becomes more concrete. Okay, and so letter D ang ating tumpak na choice. We go to question number 7. Which of the following statements is not true about OBE? Letter A, OBE stresses the coherence between assessment and intended outcomes. Letter B, OBE sets high expectations from the learners. Letter C, OBE provides expanded opportunities to learners. Or letter D, OBE focuses on the use of performance-based assessments. Okay, what is our choice for number 7? Okay, what is our choice? Question number 7. Ano po ang tumpak? Okay, B, A, D. Mas maraming B. Okay, alin kaya ang ating tumpak na choice for number 7? Okay, what do you think is our correct choice for question number 7? All right, for number 7, we are looking for not. Okay, unang-una, baka merong hindi na naman nakakita ng not sa ating question, no? So, not po ang ating hinahanap dito. Which of the following statements is not true about OBE? Yung mga not na naman dyan, no? Sabi ni Sir Anton TV. Okay, now, unang-una, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng ating OBE? Please type it in our chat box. Ano ba yung OBE? What is OBE? Okay, anong ibig sabihin ng OBE? Sir Orlando Palafox Garcia Jr., maraming salamat po for sending us stars. Thank you, Sir Orlando. Ayun, sabi ni Sir RJ Nadaldu, no? Ano po yung OBE? Okay, outcome-based education. Tama po yan, no? So, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, okay lang po yan, no? Maaaring tayo ay unit earner, nag-module lamang, nag-online lamang, medyo kulang yung turo, no? Sa school. And so, OBE means outcome-based education. Meron po tayong video na to, no? Na entirely outcome-based education lamang yung ating dinidiscuss. There's one video sa ating YouTube channel. And so, please make a note sa inyong notebook dyan na mag-watch ng Gurong Pinoy OBE, no? Outcome-based education na discussion. Okay. So, outcome-based education. When you say outcome, of course, these are your goals, no? Your assessments and your intended outcome should be coherent, no? And so, tumpak itong letter A. Would letter B be correct? OBE sets high expectations from the learners. Outcome, remember, your education, your activities are based on the outcomes, okay? Your letter C naman, OBE provides expanded opportunities to learner. Nalilimitahan ba yung opportunities for learner? Or marami bang leeway na binibigay si OBE? Or, letter D, OBE focuses on the use of performance-based assessments. Performance-based assessments ba yung ating ginagamit sa OBE? The correct choice here would be letter D. Okay, so tumpak po yung letter D, no? We are looking for not true. Not true. And so letter D is tumpak for question number 7. Okay, although we have high expectations from the learners, and also you give expanded opportunities, and of course you do assessments, and you also do your extended nga, no, expanded opportunities for learners. Grades are not used sa ating OBE, no? So hindi po gumagamit ng grades sa ating OBE, but students are awarded levels, and these are indicators that they can go to the next level material, no? And of course, we cannot say na hindi mataas yung expectation. Mataas yung expectation, pero hindi po tayo performance-based lamang na assessments kasi yung performance ng student dito ay hindi kino-compare din sa kanyang mga kaklase, kanya-kanyang pace, kumbaga yung inyong estudyante. Hindi po gumagamit ng grades ang OBE. Yung ginagamit po would be levels. Okay? So, for example, kahit na magkakasama sila sa klase, maaaring iba-iba yung kanilang level. Okay? So, hindi siya nakafocus talaga sa grades. No? So, letter D ang ating tumpak na choice. Okay? So, letter D ang tumpak na choice for number 7. We move on with number 8. The mode of a score distribution is 25. This means that, letter A, there is no score of 25. Letter B, 25 is the average of the score distribution. Letter C, 25 is the score that occurs least. Or letter D, 25 is the score that occurs most. Okay, what is our choice? Number 8. Ma'am Norbea Paterno Benedicto, no member natin, sa mga members po ng Team Bruner, dapat doon po kayo sa inyong group manood, ma'am, no? Kapag ka nandito po kayo sa Gurong Pinoy, baka po maputol yung video dito. And so, diretso po kayo sa inyong section, dapat ng section A or section B. At yung ating pong files ay nandun po sa ating sections. Okay, what is our choice? Number 8. Okay, number 8 talks about the mode of a score distribution. Okay, remember, the mode is one measure of central tendency, kasama yung mean at yung median. Okay, so if your mode is 25, what does that mean? The correct choice, of course, would be letter D. 25 is the score that occurs most. Okay, so tumpak po yung letter D. Remember your 3 central tendency measurements. Now, your mean is the average. Your median is the middlemost score. And of course, your mode, that's your most frequently occurring score. Okay, most frequently occurring score. Now, remember, we also have our video on this. So, may video po tayo on assessment of learning. Hanapin nyo din po. Paki-note po no, sa inyong notebook na watch Guru Pinoy's assessment of learning na video. Okay, and so the correct choice here would be letter D, most frequently occurring score. That would be your mode. All right, we go to number 9. In a normal curve distribution, about how many percent of the cases falls between negative 1 SD to positive 1 SD? Medyo naulit na yung tanong na to. No? Letter A, 68.26%. Letter B, 15.73%. Letter C, 34.13%. Or letter D, 49.86%. What is our choice? Number 9. Ma'am Norbea Paterno Benedicto, kung ikaw po ay bagong member, balikan niyo po yung inyong conversation ng admin, ma'am, no? Kung ano po yung group, kung saan po kayo in-add. Okay, so yun po yung inyong section. So probably nasa section B po kayo dahil puno na po yung ating section A. Thank you, Ma'am Glendy, for sending us stars. Maraming salamat po. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's. Okay, letter A for number 9, and that is correct. No? So if you are looking at your normal curve distribution, that means karamihan sa inyong mga estudyante nakakuha ng average, no? Normal curve, ang inyong distribution, kukonti lamang yung extreme na masyadong mababa, kukonti din yung masyadong matataas, okay? Your SD, of course, that's your standard deviation. Standard deviation po yan, kung gaano ka-spread apart ang inyong scores. So between negative 1 to positive 1, as you can see, that would be 68.26. Between negative 2 to positive 2, that would be 95.44. And of course, negative 3 and positive 3, that would be 99.72. Okay, so your correct choice, of course, would be letter A, 68.26. Bilis ko makalimot. Tama, Ma'am Jaisel Balasabas. Okay, number 10. Wendell can understand that his mother can also be a daughter and a sister. all at the same time. This suggests that Wendell is in the letter A, concrete operational stage, letter B, sensory motor stage, letter C, pre-operational stage, or letter D, formal operational stage. Okay, what is our choice? This is question number 10. Again, if you are a member of Team Brunner, doon po kayo sa ating Teams Not. Baka tayo po ay maputulan ng kuryente, sabi ng isang kaguro kanina. Okay, number 10, may A, may C, may D. Okay, so sabi dito, si Wendell daw, alam niya na ang kanyang nanay ay po pwede ding maging isang anak at po pwede ding maging isang kapatid all at the same time. And so, nasa ang stage na kaya si Wendell? Nasa concrete operational stage, nasa sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, or formal operational stage? Okay. The correct choice here is letter A. Tumpak po yung ating letter A, concrete operational stage. No? Concrete operational stage na po. So Wendell, let's take a look at your slide. Now remember, these are Piaget's periods of cognitive development. Okay, so from birth to 2 years, you have sensory motor. Here, the child is very busy using his senses and developing his motor skills. Okay, so you have the use of senses, motor skills, items are known by use, no? The milestone here is object permanence. Okay, object permanence po yung milestone dito kapag ka alam na ng anak nyo na kahit na tinakpan mo ng bola, dati hindi niya alam, no? Kapag ka tinakpan yung bola ng blanket, hindi niya alam na andyan pa rin yung bola. That means hindi pa rin niya nare-reach yung object permanence. Now, if the child is already aware na kahit na tinakpan ng blanket yung bola, andyan lang yung bola sa loob, and the child has already separation anxiety, no? Kapag ka ikaw ay lalabas, na umiiyak na yung anak mo, no? Dahil gusto na niyang makasama ka, ayaw niyang mawala ka, that means may object permanence na yung anak mo. No? That means po pwede na siyang mag-move on sa next stage. Okay? So yung next stage is pre-operational stage, no? This would be the time when your child has symbolic thinking, very wild yung imagination ng anak mo. This was the time when akala natin tayo si Darna, tayo si Superman, tayo ay nagiging diwata, okay? Tayo ay nagiging Miss Universe, no? Mahilig kang mag-imagine before. And your child here, of course, is egocentric. No? There's egocentrism. Akala ng anak mo kung ano yung nakikita niya, nakikita din ng ibang tao. No? Lahat ng tao nasa paligid niya. Imagination and experience grow, and of course, the child starts to decenter. Okay, remember the term centration, kasama po siya sa pre-operational. When you say centration, nakafocus lamang yung bata sa isang aspeto ng isang bagay. And so pag binigyan mo siya ng kunwari ₱5 na buo, ayaw niya ng ₱5 na buo, gusto niya ₱3 or ₱3 na 3 piraso na tagpi-piso. Okay? So that would be centration. Hindi pa niya alam yung value ng isang bagay at hindi pa niya nafo-focus yung iba't ibang aspeto ng bagay, kundi isang aspeto ng bagay lamang. And a very famous na activity or your nung experiment ni Piaget, no? Kapag ka meron kang 100 ml of water, 2 baso, at nilipat mo sa isa ay taller glass at ang isa naman ay mas mababang glass pero 100 ml pa din sila. When you ask the child and the child says, you ask the child which one has more water, at sinabi ng child na the one in the taller glass ay mas marami, that means nasa centration stage pa lamang siya, no? Nasa pre-operational stage pa lamang siya. Now, the next stage is concrete operational. Dito, meron ng conservation yung bata. Alam na niya na kahit na nilipat mo sila sa mas mataas na baso, at lower na baso, no, mas maigsing baso, parehas pa rin yung laman, conserve na, no, ang volume ng tubig, and of course na decenter na yung bata, nakakakita na siya ng iba't ibang aspeto ng isang bagay. There is the use of numbers, ganun din yung tinatawag nating reversibility. Alam na ng anak mo na subtraction is the opposite of addition. Okay? And of course, there's already classification na nag-group na niya yung mga bagay-bagay by numbers, by colors at by shapes. Okay? Meron din siyang seriation, nakakapag-form na siya ng series, no, from smallest to largest, from shortest to longest. And of course, may logic na siya, kahit papaano may logic na siyang naa-apply. Kaya yung ating kaninang answer ay concrete operational. Alam na niya, no? May logic na siya na-apply. At yung logic natin kanina or yung ating sitwasyon kanina, konkreto naman. Alam niya na sister, pwede siyang daughter, at pwede siyang mother niya rin. At the same time, hindi siya something na abstract, hindi siya something na hypothetical. Okay? So, rational na logic, concrete operational pa rin yung inyong anak. Now, yung inyong pong formal operational, this is abstract thinking na hypothetical ideas, yung broader issues. What if you were a bird? Po pwede nang tanungin yung bata ng mga questions na ito. What if you were the president? What if you can talk to someone who's already dead? Who would you like to talk to? Okay? Kapag ka nasa concrete operational pa lamang yung anak mo, sasabihin niya, no, that's impossible. I cannot do that because he's dead. Okay? Pero pag nasa formal operational na, po pwede ka nang mag-ask ng hypothetical questions. Okay? So here, ethics, politics, social, moral issues can already be explored. All right? And so the correct choice would be concrete operational. Hindi po hypothetical yung ating sitwasyon kanina. It's all concrete. Logic can be applied by the child. Okay? So letter A, yung ating tumpak na choice ng concrete operational. We go to Number 11, okay? Ito medyo mahaba. According to Education Act of 1982, the following are the objectives of elementary education, except letter A, to provide the knowledge and develop the skills, attitudes, and values essential to personal development and necessary for living in and contributing to a developing and changing social milieu. Letter B, to provide